Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make two different paper flowers. So all that you will need is some PVA glue, some wooden skewers, preferably the longer ones, some scissors, some florist tape. I've got like a nice green one which is best because it's flowers, and of course some napkins. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first you need to take your skewer and just place it. Okay, and then you need to take your main colour of your flower. First take the one that's going to be on the inside. So if you do a lily, then you need a yellow on the inside, and then a white on the outside. But I'm just going to do a rose. So I'm going to do a nice pink rose. I would need a napkin, and I unfold it once. I need to cut this into four, so I cut it in the middle and then I cut this edge. Okay. Try to keep them all really equal and nice and straight. Okay, so once you've done all of them, I put them in a cross so that I know each one. You get one, and you need to make sure you cut it like this. So you leave roughly like a centimetre border. You cut it, but you don't cut it all the way. You cut it roughly just a bit over halfway, 2/3, and then you cut all the way around like a semicircle up to that point. So you should have do this with all of them. Okay, so once you've done all of them, I put them in a cross so that I know each one. You get one, and you need to make sure you cut it like this. So you leave roughly like a centimetre border. You cut it, but you don't cut it all the way. You cut it roughly just a bit over halfway, 2/3, and then you cut all the way around like a semicircle up to that point. So you should have do this with all of them. Okay, so this is the important bit. So you open up each one, and it shouldn't be you'll find out there's like some really big petals, and each of these petals will literally be the petal on the rose. And each one you will layer. What you do is you get your PVA glue, you get your blunt end of your skewer, you just get some glue out and do it all the way around. What you simply do is you get a bit, and you just roll it. You just put it near the edge and you just roll them. Make sure that it stays on and it doesn't spin, or it won't be moving. You may be like me and you feel it's puffed up enough and you don't need to do another layer, or you want it more puffed up and more like a proper big flower and not much like a rose, then you can add on another. But if you do want to finish there, then I would recommend getting just one strip out of a green and doing exactly the same with the cutting and the adding. Okay, so that is it so far. Now, to make it look more like a flower, I am getting my tape, putting a bit of glue on the end so that it stays better, and just doing it all around the stick and over all of it. It just makes it a lot neater, and I just like it. It's a nice touch. What I do is I simply just hold this like that, and then I just use my fingers to spin it. Make sure it's on an angle so that it does actually go down, but it gets a nice even coverage. And then I'll show you what you do at the end. So when it's just at the end, I just do like 2 inches more and then I cut it off. And I just go round a bit more, but more manually. Just go right around the edge, and then I come back a bit and make it a bit stronger on the bottom. And then I simply just put a bit of glue on that. And there you go. That is how to make my nice paper rose. Let's start with the next craft. Okay, so with this one, you'll need the same things, but this time you'll need a lot more napkins. I have chosen loads of different coloured ones and to make this a lot more fancy. Okay. Firstly, you will get every single napkin and cut loads of strips, and roughly an inch each. Okay, let's start. Altogether, I have cut 18 different strips. So I've got 4 of each colour. Wait. It should be 16. Yeah, it should be 16 anyway. So, and then also you cut each strip in half. So let me do that. Okay, so actually I haven't really told you what sort of flower I'm going to do. Well, I'm going to do like a sort of foxglove, sort of lavender-ish flower. So it's going to be very puffy at the end. And you can probably guess what's coming now. I get a strip. I fold it in half, but I keep the teardrop shape. And I simply, see how deep I want it? I want to start at the top, which is actually going to be this end. And then I simply put it and then spin it around, put it around, and then I put some glue here. And then I just do loads of those and completely puff it up. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so this is how it looks, and so I simply just keep going and just keep puffing it up, and I actually chose to scrap the wire, it's too thin. Yeah, anyway, so I'll just keep going and then I should have a nice big bundle by the end. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so after a few, let's say half an hour of doing this, I finally came up with this. And yeah, it does look a bit crazy, but that's really because these are my napkins I have. If you really want to add it, make it a bit more flowery, you can cut a few strips of green and do the same, like for a bit of lead. Or you can just step straight into what I'm going to do. Again, I'm using some of this florist tape, putting some PVA glue on the end, and just doing exactly the same, rolling around it. Creates a lot nicer finish. Okay, so I'm actually really happy with both of the results. I really like the rose because I just really like the clean stem and how upright it is. But then I also really like the big puff at the end. And I find that really interesting. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye.